Hey guys, it's Poochie, that's Bobsy. We're going to talk about our weekly sales. This is the series, The Road to 100K. So what that is we have one eBay selling account. Well, we have more than one, but this eBay selling account, we only sell clothing on. Most of it is thrifted clothing, the majority. And we're on our way to take the account from 0 sales to 100,000 in sales. We've been on this account for a little over a year now, I think, and we're up. Well, let's just get into the video and I'll show you where our sales are, what our expenses were, what we put in our pocket, and some standout items that sold that I want to share with you. Let's get into it. So I see a lot of people in the eBay selling community, especially clothing sellers, saying sales are down. A couple saying sales are up. We're doing great. So sales for us this week, let's look. Sales for us this week were actually up. Let's go to the eBay, little eBay widget. 5.7% our sales were up, which is great. Quantity sold 49. So the sales are up 5.7%. The amount of sales, the amount of items sold, is down 10%. So that's really good because that means our average sale price of items that we're selling is increasing, which is awesome. Let's get into the numbers here. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about goals. The goals this week were to improve inventory quality. Now, you can see that with the average sale price going up. Here it went up from, on all the platforms here, from $25.95 to $31.51. That's a substantial increase in the average sales price. So that means we can check off this one, improve inventory quality, because we're definitely doing that. Source at the bins one time a week. Yes, we just got it in yesterday. So that was good. The bins, what the bins does is it's not so much that we find great, fantastic items, but it helps us bring our cost of goods down, because everything at the bins is pretty much cheap. They charge like $1.39 plus tax at our bins, and we always find good stuff. We usually go 3 of us, and we'll basically fill the car up. I don't think we did that yesterday. Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, we really filled the car up yesterday because we had an extra person. Drea's son Andrew came. Increase whatnot sales. So we got that done. Increase whatnot sales to 300. Did not make it. Got a little over half. But, you know, whatnot you just cannot control. Depends on who's on, who's buying. We do not start most of our stuff at $1 because it doesn't make sense to sell stuff for $1. You end up making like 50 cents for selling something, and it's just after the fees, and it's just not worth it. So yeah, Whatnot is kind of the platform that I want it to work. We've done Whatnot before, and then we kind of said, God, this is horrible. But now we're doing it again, and I'm determined to build, and I know it's going to take time, but I'm determined to build and do it. The goal is eventually to sell clothing on Whatnot, be able to travel across the country, do Whatnot shows from the hotel, sell off what we have found, ship it that night, the next day, and move on to the next thrift in the next town. Sounds great, right? So if you support our Whatnot shows, you will be supporting that. So Poochie's Pickers on Whatnot, make sure you support us. It'd make for great content for YouTube also. Poochie's Pickers, by the way. Make prices more competitive on Poshmark. We did that. I saw that. I thought some of the stuff on Poshmark, because we'll do discounts, we'll do sales, we'll do coupons on eBay, but we don't really do that on Poshmark. So I'm working on making the prices more competitive on Poshmark, and it is paying off, which I don't know if you'll see this week, but you'll see in the weeks. We sold 3 things yesterday on Poshmark. Now, you see on the screen, Poshmark right here. We sold 3 things last week. I sold 3 things yesterday. So that is helping. That's one of the suggestions that I would make if you're on Poshmark and you're really struggling, which we were. we didn't sell anything for months on Poshmark. I mean, not even getting offers. It was crazy. And if we did get an offer, it was a really lowball thing. So Poshmark has been really, really weird the past probably 6 months, I would say. So we've made prices more competitive on Poshmark. Sales are increasing because of that. And we have been cross-listing more inventory to the website. Now, if you go to Poochie's Pickers or Poochie's Pack, okay, it's both the same website. We have a lot of clothing on there now, and it's free shipping for everything. So if you want to support us, that's a great way to do it and get something in return. That's a good way to support the channel, is just buy stuff on our website, because I'm really hoping that we can really start getting some website sales in the future. So please God, hopefully. Let's look at the numbers, and then we'll look at some stuff we sold. So our numbers, we sold 104 things this week, sold 121 last week. I don't include Whatnot or the other, which is a rummage sale we do with excess inventory that we have nothing else to do with. It's the stuff we basically would donate. And we did donate some this week to the local domestic violence center. So that really helps them. We like to donate clothing to them to help people in need, and not Goodwill, who just turns around and sells it. We like to donate it to places where they actually will give it to the people who need it. Anyway, so I don't include Whatnot or other in the average sale price, because it's basically, we don't pay anything for the inventory. I didn't sell anything on Whatnot that we actually paid for. It was all stuff, graphic t-shirts and stuff from one of our warehouses that we've had for so long that we didn't really, I mean, we paid for it long ago. But so anyway, blah, 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 right? I do that because ADD. The average sale price, $31.51. As opposed to $25.95. We had a couple sales that really helped that. Sold a Stussy hoodie, which I'll show you, and also a Maryland Terrapins Letterman's jacket. It was really cool. So went up $5.50 about on the average sale price, which we love. The gross sales are up. They are up $120. So, not that much, but a little bit, which when a lot of people are struggling and their sales are down, we're very happy for. The shipping was up a little bit, $30. That's because actually we sold a lot of shoes. So we sold a lot of shoes this week, and it was kind of just like, I cleared them out because I was tired of having them. We had them for a while, and I'll just do that. If you want to go on eBay and find, we have clearance stuff all the time. There's always stuff that I just want to get rid of. We'll also be putting it on the website. So anyway, I like to get rid of stuff. I don't like to hold on to it for too long. Selling fees were up a little bit as well. Sales were up a little bit. So that's what happens. That's what happens. Promotion fees were actually down, which I love. Now, I'll tell you, we're not doing... there's a couple places you can do promotions. Depop is one. eBay is another, where after you sell an item, they take the... If it's sold off of a promotion, they take it off then. You can also, so you only get charged if it sells via the promotion. eBay also does the promoted listing is advanced, where you can pay to promote your listings. Poshmark does that too. Etsy does that. We promoted a little bit on Whatnot just to get, people in our show, which was only $10.57, so it was cheap. We did 3 shows, okay? One of them, we sold nothing. We had Ralph Lauren, Tommy Bahama, Lily Pulitzer. We sold nothing. And we were selling Lily Pulitzer and Ralph Lauren, Tommy Bahama for $5. So we just thrifted that day and we brought it home and we gave the first shot to Whatnot people. So I cannot believe that nobody picked up Lily Pulitzer, and the Ralph Lauren's are really good and like bigger sizes. So can't believe nobody picked those up, but make sure you check out our Whatnot shows because that's apparently where the deals are. We would have been happy if we just sold them for what we paid, but I can't believe we didn't. But we did it on a Friday night, so who knows? So promotion fees were down, which is awesome. So I was talking about the promoted listings. I wanted to talk about this. I said I was going to do a video about it, but I never did because I'm a really busy person. I really am. And I like to sleep a little bit too during the days. During the nights. But Poshmark, eBay, and Etsy have this program where you can pay to advertise your listings. So I think that is absolute bullshit. And I'm sorry to use profanity, but I can't help it because it is crap. We did it on Poshmark and we ended up selling, I think, now listen, I didn't pay for it. Poshmark was like, hey, you want to try this? We'll give you blah, blah, blah. So it was like $112 they gave us in free ads. Okay, we did that. We ended up selling $140 worth of stuff. Do the math. Who the hell is going to pay $112 for $140 in sales? Absolutely ridiculous. eBay, I wouldn't pay them to. I would maybe pay them to cross the street blindfolded some days. The highway. That's about it. That's about all I would pay eBay up front to do because it's just not worth it. Also, Etsy, that has never worked out for us. So I suggest that you never, ever, ever pay for these platforms that are supposed to bring you the buyers, unless it's Whatnot and you're promoting your sale. I get that, but I would never pay a platform who is supposed to have buyers there for you and is supposed to bring your buyers to you. That's why you're paying to sell on their platform. I would never pay them in advance to do what they should be doing for free, which is advertising their website and their sellers. I would never do that. It's horrible even that these platforms do it, but I get it. Greed, bottom line, etc. But it's just horrible. I would never pay to promote unless it's from a sale or like it's Whatnot where you're paying to promote because you're having a special event or a special show. So let me get off of my soapbox now. Cost of goods is not very big because our average cost of goods now, there was a couple in there that were like $8 because they were left over from the, there's a dog snoring. The mascot is snoring down here. There was a couple that were left over from the mystery boxes, like the Carhartt mystery boxes. So those were $8. The where you make your money on those usually is the good stuff will sell and then it'll pay for the whole box. But I divide it out across everything. So these are kind of the stragglers that we still have left over. So they're costing $8. But anyway, the rest of the stuff was either from the bins, from the Salvation Army, which is cheap. Like we go on quarter day and we also get stuff at 50 and 75% off. It's very rare that we go to like the Salvation Army and get stuff and pay full price unless it's something really cool. We have been finding a lot of really cool stuff. We've been hitting up different thrift stores lately that are not usually in our repertoire. And we have so many thrift stores now that we can't even go to them all. Like we're finding so much stuff, but we're trying to build up the inventory with better stuff. So that's a goal, is to go to more of them and maybe hit the better ones like once a week, then hit the bins. Because like when we go to a thrift store, we usually spend like, $200 to $500 each time if it's a good thrift store. Yesterday at the bins, I think we spent like only 115, but we also went to the store next to the bins. I think it was like a boutique store. They're kind of attached. And their stuff was a little more expensive, but I think we spent like 40 or 45 there. Well, I spent. And here's the weird thing. They have a sign up, right? It says T-shirts $2.99 and the other shirts are $4.99. So I take up shirts and I take up T-shirts, and they said, oh, if the tag doesn't have a T, then it's not a T-shirt.
That was so messed up.
That was so, right? So I'm like, okay, well, since that's how it is, you can keep those, because
apparently we don't know what T-shirts are.
I'm not going to pay $4.99 for an Elvis Blue Hawaii shirt, even though I think it's cool. I'm not going to pay that. And there was a really cool Echo Unlimited, but like, it's a T-shirt. Yeah. So I don't understand why. I didn't get that. It was kind of like, Goodwill, you're so extra. It was really, I love using this word. It was really janky. I don't know if I'm using it right, but I love that word anyway. Let's look at what sold, shall we, Betsy?
Yeah, what sold?
Let's look at what sold. So we had a couple of these bulk lots. We do 5-pound bulk reseller bundle lots because I just told you how much stuff we have, right? We have so many thrift stores we cannot even keep up. So we have a lot of stuff that is, we don't really want to list it individually, right? Or we have too much of it in stock right now. So Betsy, I'm talking to you.
What? Yes. That's
the bulk lots.
Right, Poochie.
It is so hard to find good help these days. So we listed in these 5-pound bulk lots on eBay. This is a great story. Are you ready to hear a great story?
Yes.
Okay. So I have this priced at $132.99. Okay, it was $139.99. It is a fantastic single stitch 80s Maui Pineapple Company t-shirt. It is extremely rare. It is a cool shirt. It is by Crazy Shirts Hawaii, which is a collectible brand. I love Crazy Shirts Hawaii. And I took $50. Now, Poochie, why did you take on a $139.99 shirt $50? Well, because Poochie say $50 is $50. But also, the reason why I didn't do a counter or anything was because the lady told me a great story. She's in Australia now. And her dad worked for the Maui Pineapple Company. And they got to tour the warehouse twice. And her dad is gone now. Her son, one of his prized possessions, is a Maui Pineapple Company baseball hat from his grandpa, her dad. And how can she wanted to have the shirt and give the shirt to him to go with the hat in memory of her dad. How could I say no to that? That is one of the greatest things about reselling is when you find, it's good to find homes for this stuff because basically we're recycling. So it's good to find homes for the vintage stuff. But when you find a home like that for it, where it's a memory of her dad that she wants to give to her son, I just think that's such a great story. I messaged her and said, thank you so much for telling me that story. You know, it just meant so much to me that we were able to get that shirt to her. So it's on its way to Australia. This one, Black Rifle Coffee Company, a couple people were like, why'd you get that? Well, I got it because I thought it was cool. So sold for $23.74, just a Black Rifle Coffee Company shirt, something weird that I liked. This is an Arsenal jersey. So up here you see that's our sticker, that's our inventory sticker, but Arsenal, that is the team. So that sold for, I don't think it sold for $37.99. I think we took an offer for it of a little bit less, but I didn't pay hardly anything. This is another thing I didn't pay hardly anything for. I took an offer for $30. This had a lot of watchers, a ton of watchers. I got offers. I sent out a lot of offers on this. Somebody offered $30, and I was like, yep, let's send it off to a good home. This one, Treasure Island, it's a really cool design. It is the Treasure Island Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. Just a really cool shirt, sold for $28.49. Here are Democracy Pants. I think Betsy found these. But what did you say, Betsy? They're Affliction, or I don't know.
I think they're Anthropology.
Anthropology. Maybe. Don't know. But they sold, and they sold pretty quickly. So these, I wanted to show you just some of the shoes we got rid of. And when I say got rid of, I mean got rid of. When these sold, we were in the high 9,900s of our little inventory numbers. As you can see, this is 1758. So I think 84 years ago is when we listed this. I think 84 years ago. But they finally sold, and this just goes to show not all Nikes sell for a lot of money. ChickfilA Jacket. Now here's something that's funny. Okay, I know a lot of you probably love Chick-fil-A. I know. I mean, so I am not a fan of Chick-fil-A for certain reasons. Betsy, I just want to. So Betsy and Drea saw this at the bins, and they were like, we're not going to buy that. She'll kill us if we buy that, right? She won't want, anything Chick-fil-A, like even, in the house or in the warehouses or whatever. No way. She won't want it in the car. So when we're checking out, that's when it was, right?
Yeah.
I come up and I go, hey, look what I found, a Chick-fil-A jacket. And they were like, they just looked at each other like, are you freaking kidding me? I was like, I bought it. I'm going to make money off Chick-fil-A. Heck yeah!
So yesterday I found a ChickfilA T-shirt at the bin.
Did you get it?
Yeah, and Dre was like, why are you getting that? And I'm like, the jacket sold quick.
They call it Bigot Bird. So, I don't know. But, yeah, I will sell the heck out of Chick-fil-A stuff. I don't care. I won't go there and eat, but I will sell the heck out of their stuff. Absolutely. Recycling is recycling. So that sold really quick and for a really nice profit. This, it took a while for the person to pay, but they finally paid. But this is for Super Bowl. Oh, God. I am not good with these. 48, Super Bowl 48. So that would have been in, I don't know. I know. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something about Poochie right now. I used to play this game. My brain is not quick enough to do it anymore, but I used to play this game where I would say, I can give me a year, and I can tell you the Super Bowl number on any Super Bowl, any one. And I could do it like that, just like that. Give me a year, I'll tell you what Super Bowl number it was. Because I said I can't do it anymore. Oh, 1987 would have been Super Bowl 21.
I said 37.
Well, they didn't have Super Bowls back then.
Oh. Well, never mind.
I don't even know if they had professional football back then in 1937. Now I'm going to have to. So anyway, because I can do it because the Super Bowl is the same age as me. Shh. So I know that this year was Super Bowl 58 because I'm turning 58. Good. It's a good party trick. It's a good party trick. Anyway, this sold pretty quick. The Seattle Super Bowl champions hoodie. Got it for like literally a couple bucks. This sold really quick. I paid $5 for this at Goodwill. I think I sold it for $40, which, some people are like, well, if I just put something on, I'm not going to take offers. But I got an offer within like a week, 5 days or a week. And I was like, yeah, it's a great profit. Let's sell it. I'm not here to collect stuff. I'm here to sell it. So that I paid $5 for, and it sold for, I think, $40. So I was very happy with this. Here's another one, Colombia. I know some people don't buy Colombia. Some people say don't buy Colombia. But here's the deal. A lot of Colombia sells. A lot of Colombia sells well. It's just a matter of the price point. So what did you pay for it? Did you buy right? Because I guarantee I bought right on this one. That sold for $23.74, so nice profit on that, and we didn't have it for that long. J. Jill shirt, another one. Betsy found this one. I think she paid probably $4.
Yeah, I think so.
And it sold for, I think, $20. This Field and Stream vest, double extra large. I don't think we had this for that long. Let me see if we don't have the number. We don't have the number on it, so I can't see, but we didn't have it that long. I paid maybe $5 top for it, so I was very happy to sell that. Most of the Goodwills here in the area, they charge $4.19 for shirts, $5.19 for jackets. Awesome, right? So that means that after taxes, it's usually $4.50 or so for shirts, and I think jeans are the same as shirts. And then $5.50 or so for jackets. So we have pretty good prices here. We're in North Carolina, so this one I sold for I think $30. This is just a great graphic on this. It's not even like it's Y2K, but I'm not sure that it's that old because it does have the screen printed tag. It doesn't have a fabric tag, but this is just awesome. Rock and roll, the skull with the 13, right? And the wings. And you got too loud, too old. Talking about me. If it's too loud, you're too old. Yes, sir. But that sold for, I think, $30. I was very happy because I only spent a couple bucks on it. This is another one, spent a couple bucks on. And I just thought it was really unusual. It is Club America. So that one sold, I think, for $25. I don't know what Club America is. If you do, please tell me in the comments. I'd appreciate it. This is a really cool shirt. This is Mona Lisa packing heat, baby. She is holding a big old gun. This is a unit shirt. And it's got a couple holes on it. We always picture those. Always got to picture those. And here is your reseller ruler. Tech and Sports. Shout out to my guy Tech and Sports. Got to get that reseller ruler. It's a ruler that goes both ways. I had to say that. Yeah, it does because it goes this way and it goes this way at the same time.
The bi ruler.
Yeah, it's a bi ruler. But yeah, anyway. Sorry about that, everybody. My channel is definitely not like coming to church. I'll tell you that. This one, I think, where do we get this Levi's? Did I get that? I might have bought that actually on Whatnot. I know I didn't pay hardly anything for it. Look at that tag, though. That is well worn, y'all. I think I sold it for $25, $22, something like that. Didn't pay anything for it, so I was happy. Hong Kong Phooey. Hiya! Hiya! Never was a friend of mine. So, Hong Kong Phooey, vintage Hanna-Barbera shirt from the 90s. Really cool shirt, and I sold it for, I think, $20. I think I sold it for $20, but just a cute little old ringered shirt. Not that old. This is a Lucky Brand shirt. I wanted to show you this. Oh, this is the one. Okay, hold on. I just found the one that I got that was so cool. Yeah. So I was just asking Betsy about this. I was like, hey, you can't really see. So these pockets, I got this specifically because these pockets were so cool. This is a horrible photo to blow up. It's horrible. So you see the pockets, it's got pearl snaps, but then it has like this W shape pocket. I just thought it was so cool. And apparently somebody else did too, because we sold it pretty darn quick for $23.74. Carolina Tar Heels. I sold this for, I think, somewhere between 10 and 15, I believe. No, it didn't sell for less than 10. We get these all the time since we are in North Carolina. They are at the bins. They are at quarter day. They are at 50-cent day. We get them all the time, and we get them cheap. And we get some really cool stuff because we're in that area. We also get a lot of Duke stuff. So what are the schools here that we usually get? We get North Carolina Tar Heels. We get North Carolina State. We get Duke. There's some Clemson. There's some South Carolina Gamecocks. What? ECU. What's that?
The purple and black, ECU.
ECU.
Carolina University.
Eastern Carolina University. She is saying we see that too. And Clemson. I got a beautiful Clemson dress shirt yesterday, guys. It is so beautiful. It has the orange tiger paw, and then it's got something on the back that's like Clemson colors, and then I think there's a strip that goes down the front where the buttons are that's the purple and orange. Oh God, it's so nice. It is such a nice shirt. Can you tell? Can you tell? I'm just like, it's so nice. It is embroidered. It's beautiful, beautiful shirt. And Clemson doesn't sell. It isn't that hot. So I'm kind of careful what I buy as far as Clemson goes. But, oh, God, I just love that shirt. This is a vintage Johnny Miller shirt, NASCAR shirt. And I wanted to show you this because NASCAR, not all NASCAR is like, makes you want to pee your pants. It sells so well. This one, look at the neck. Now, OxyClean will probably take that off. All you got to do is soak it, spray OxyClean on it, soak it in OxyClean, wash it. It'll probably come out. But we do not do that because I don't want to damage anything by doing treatments on it. But this one sold for, I think, $25, maybe $20. Not all NASCAR is created equal. Okay, what else we got? I'm going to show you one thing from both Poshmark and Etsy that sold. Well, this is the only thing on Etsy that sold. So we're up to 200 listings on Etsy. We can only list vintage stuff, and I only list cool stuff. There's been other people that have listed some stuff that's not that cool. But no, what? Anyway, let's move on. So I list really cool stuff. Not everybody has, but that stuff will be falling off, and then there will only be it'll like, what do they call it? End. Yeah. So then there will only be really cool stuff left. Excuse me. So this is the thing that we sold this week. It's the Maryland Terrapins. Now that's the front. Look at the back. Bam. Embroidered. Look at that big hit. That is such a badass looking turtle, terrapin, whatever. That is badass looking, right? So that sold for $69.99 plus shipping. And this I was happy about. Poshmark. I was very happy that it sold on Poshmark. I was surprised, actually. Stussy is a great brand. It's like a skater brand, streetwear brand, very popular. Not everything sells well. We have a Stussy, really cool tie-dye Stussy tank top that I've had for way too long. And it's still listed if you're interested, but it hasn't sold, and I think I've marked the price down a couple times. But this one sold. I think I did a sale or I marked it down and it sold right away, but it's Stussy. And the really cool thing is Lucky 7, the dice, right? So that is what sold this week, guys. We had a good week. If you look at the numbers, let's do this. $994.12 times 52. We're over 51,000 in profit. If we were to multiply this week by 52. So, and on eBay, let's look. We're almost $76,000. So little by little, we're growing on the way to get to $100,000 on this eBay clothing account. So the good thing is that a lot of people had low weeks. Their sales went down. We didn't. The really good thing is that on Sunday, which was yesterday, the last day, our sales sucked. So we would have done even better if we would have had a normal Sunday. But for some reason, I don't know, yesterday on eBay, sales were absolutely horrific. So I don't know what happened, but that's that. It was a good week overall. We are getting closer to our goal. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you being a part of this. If you have any questions about eBay or selling on other platforms, leave them in the comments. I'm always happy to answer, to help you if I can. I've been selling on eBay for over 27 years. Oh, God. Over 27, yeah, that's a long time. You think about it, if you see somebody with a 27-year-old car, it's like, wow, their car is really old. Yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, buy low, try your best to sell high, and subscribe. We'll see you next week.